Eh, what's up? So I want to talk about what I'm like behind the camera, or what I'm like in general, and it's a little personal, but hey, whatever. Behind everything that I do, everything that I feel, I guess it's more or less real. There's no fake bull. Like, there's no fake nonsense behind the camera. There's nothing like that. Um, I guess for me, there it's a little bit of what I used to be back in the day. I used to be very toxic and not very well, I guess, about my relationships, and I guess I am. I guess I'm not really like that anymore, but at times I can be. Um, there's parts about me that are so off, closed off to the point that people honestly knew that they would not like of who I am. And honestly, I didn't know worse for us. And I am very, what's it called? I have anxiety, some, and I am socially awkward of how if I am with like friends that I know, I will talk to you as a friend. I will should talk to you. I will be myself, honestly. And when me without just honestly say a lot of shit to you. And honestly, you can say a lot of shit to me, and we could sit there and talk about whatever. But that's how I feel with friends. Most days I have my headphones in over I am walking around, and you could say I'm I'm socially awkward, in simple terms of it. Of how the things that I say and do is because of how I want to feel better about a lot of stuff in particular, and about how I feel, about how I want to be more open. But sometimes some that dream cannot be real with whatever I do for the most part. And I guess behind everything that I seem to say and do, that's not really what I think about. And honestly, when I joke about myself and stuff like that, like self-deprecating humor, that's just me kind of closing myself off, and are kind of like making fun of the hell I went through, making fun of a lot of woke idiots having no dad and shit like that. That's the humor, and I guess I could say that maybe my dad wasn't around. He was a scumbag, and yeah, I'm going to admit it. And yet again, it's not closure for me. I don't have any closure. I don't have any uh, motive. But when I build things like the sets I have in the background, you can't see it. It's in dark. I'll, I'll make sure to have that kind of lighting, or when we move stuff. I would love to put this as in the background to maybe like show you off, maybe show off what I have and don't have and stuff. And a lot of the stuff that I do say about a lot of issues, like a lot of stuff that I do say are more of an open door to what I have and what I don't have. I don't have the humor of a comedian. I don't have the personality of, I don't know, a bright person. Behind the scenes, I'm sometimes negative about a lot of things. And honestly, I wear a mask. And that mask that I wear, I've been wearing the mask for several years. Several years now. I think since middle school, I've been wearing this mask. And back in middle school, I remember I always act stoic. Or even with my friends that I knew, I would never laugh, even if they tried to make me laugh. I wouldn't try to smile. And honestly, I guess that's a part of me that try to act so tough to the point that I try to be happy, try to be someone else. And it'll work, maybe not. But I think behind it all, behind the motives behind everything, is someone who is a loser. I don't have many friends in real life. I can't say that. I'm not trying to say that for sympathy points. I'm not saying that because I'm just saying this because behind it all is, like I said, a loser. Someone who is trying his damn best. But every time I try, I feel like I'm pushing people away. The part of where I closed off people, I done this so long. No one could get to me. But honestly, that's the thing. I never tried to be someone special. I never tried to be someone who acted right. I never tried all this stuff. But I guess beyond of the bullshit, beyond the mask, is someone who's deeply afraid. Since I can remember. As a kid. I always felt like behind a lot of these things, still before I started YouTube, around like 2015. Still was when I had my old channel. I'm not gonna tell you what it was. I don't remember what it's called. It's on my tablet. Back when I had the old channel, I used to do some cringy ass shit. But it was a Ford channel where I never talked. What I mean by that is that I felt like I never had a voice. And everything that I say / do felt like I have an input. Simple terms of it. Of how a lot of these things that the outcome could come and bite me in the ass. It bit me in the ass, mate. And honestly, the only I could never express of what I felt. I never showed any sympathy to people who lost someone. This was before the thing happened. I never tried to act so hard ass on someone. I didn't want to act like I'm better than you or I'm this and that. I didn't want to act like that. I'm not that bad of a person when it comes to that. So when I'm saying this coming from, well, no lies. The mask is off. And I always wanted to try to impress people that didn't know. I really just don't know how to feel about a lot of my own personal struggles. The struggles that I face in my life is like this. If it bites you in the ass, bite it back. And that's my own motive that I think about. Because the hell that I feel is the only thing I can't feel. And after losing a family member, I closed myself fully. And that was a few years ago. It's getting close to October. And honestly, nothing behind it all could say that I know everything. Or that I could say that I fake it all. Not really. Behind a lot of these feelings of fucked upness and everything in particular, I can't be a scumbag. I'm not the best person, but I had to grow from it. I'm a scumbag when it comes to relationships sometimes. I'm a cynical bastard. Or I will always try to say a lot of fucked up humor. We'll do a lot of psych stuff that I really shouldn't do. And honestly, that's on me. There's nothing I could say. Nothing I could explain my ass away. Nothing I could feel like that I can hide away. And that's what it is about me. About my motives, about what it is that makes me human. When I'm trying to be more funny is when I'm more of a dark humor type of person. Because I could do my dark humor. Because that's what I grew up with. I grew up with horror movies, so horror movies fucked me up. So yeah, I just really felt like the sick sense of humor I have, the dark sense of humor, wouldn't work in my day. And honestly, that's true, but that could be fucking facts or false. Or I could say a lot of dark humor, and that's how it is for me. I could say all this shit, but can it work? Who knows? Nowadays, you can't say anything dark humor wise. You can make fun of this person. You can't make it that. You can make fun of that person. You can't do all this stuff anymore. And I wish I could just say that, but honestly, I can't. It's how it is. And what is there to be? What is there behind all? What is there behind the facts? What is honestly there? I couldn't tell you. It's just the motives. It's never there. Never bullshit. And when it comes to criticisms, like I say this part, criticisms are needed even for me. Even for a small channel like me. Even for my own personal self. I need those criticisms. Even when I was in school, I used to be bad in general for having bad grades. So my classes did better in, like, in history or in math or in literature. I did good in those classes, but other classes, I did good on PE too. I did good on weight training, and except for the test part. Test is a shit part of my day. If his classes never understood, I could never get through them. I guess for me, I always try to feel like I'm a better person than I am. But behind all, who knows? behind this cynical, fucked up person is, well, me. I can't say that. I can't say that I'm a good person all the time. I make honestly fucked up shit about myself. I lie to myself. I lie to myself that I'm a better person. I lie to myself that you can be better than this. I lie to myself that the things I do for myself is a fucking lie. But when it comes to cooking, I think to it. Why am I cooking? You know how you question yourself when it comes to their motives? You know how you question yourself when it comes to things? I feel like that. I question myself when I cook. Am I doing my best? Am I doing it right? Honestly, that's what it means. And when I'm cooking, like I said, I feel like I'm on nothing. And sometimes you can be right about that. Sometimes you can't be. I could bite you in the ass and you think that you got this. Sometimes you can feel like, oh no, you're better than criticisms. You're better than all this and that. It's not like everything that I do or say is always positive about people. And this comes from someone who really hates a lot of things, in particular about modern day stuff. And I hate some things about older movies. I hate some things I hate about older movies. Sometimes I hate older shows. I am someone who hates old and new things sometimes. New things I hate, old things I hate. But that one makes me me. I'm never a negative person. And I guess that's how it is. I'm never negative, I'm never positive. I just try to act like the great person. Where I think all this shite that I say and whatever else, it's a real me. In reality, who knows? Who knows who the real me is? And I don't know. I can say that I know of what it is that makes me feel like I know of my true motives, my true expressions. Even I don't know. And that's what people don't seem to understand. Like I said, even myself, I don't seem to understand anything. Of how all of us get sit here and feel like if you feel like you're better than other people, you're not. You're like everyone else. You're scum of the fucking earth. If you got the money, good congrats, but that won't make you any happier. And honestly, that's when you have friends. Friends can make you feel better than you are. Not just factually. Let me get that here real quick. And honestly, my friends have a different opinion of me. Of how I may not be the positive person, I may not be the negative person, like I'm saying. But who really knows? Even the time when you think you know of what's good for you, what's bad for you, you don't know fully. Even I don't know what's good for me. I make so many objective opinions about myself, so many false hopes about myself, or whatever it is. That's the thing. Not everything that I say is always good. Not everything I say is bad. Everything that I say about people, or when it came to yesterday's video, or the deprecating video, someone like her should be deplatformed because she's weaponizing her fan base. She's weaponizing her GoFundMe. That's not how you do it. I can't say I have hit lows to the point that I blame everything on. Sometimes I blame other people or other things so I can get out of certain issues. But honestly, that's what it is nowadays. I'm not gonna be always a cheery person. I'm not gonna be always a happy person, and so on and so forth. I fuck up. I fuck up so much to the point that my mistakes are more of an outcome than my goals are. And some people will be like, that made no sense. I don't blame you. And the one thing about me that I fucking hate is when I'm alone, even at home sometimes, or when I'm with others, I feel like I don't have a voice. What I mean is, when I'm off camera, or when I'm like talking shit, I feel like my throat just closes off. It's like, at that point, I feel like I just can't speak anymore. Maybe just a struggle as of some shit biting me. I don't have a lot of positive things. May not be always a good person, may not be always a bad person. But I want to be someone who is always having a better, hopeful part. I may not be I feel like this so often to the point that I feel like the emotions I feel like they're not real. But who knows? Sometimes the feelings that you think that you're fucked up in, or you feel like you're stuck in this pit of hell of emptiness of what is, you feel like you're stuck in this limbo of what should you do, what should you feel, what is all this and that, but you never seem to stop and ask yourself, why am I like this? Why am I feeling like that? Everything is just not the right outcome. Why is not everything being good? That's what I feel nowadays. Of how people would be like, if you could sit there, would you want to reset time? I would say no. I don't want to reset time. I don't want to say that. I don't want to. The question that I always think to myself: if I could go back, what could you fix? What could I fix? What could I fix in general? I couldn't change the outcome of the car accident. I couldn't change the family death. I couldn't change anything about that. If I could, if I wanted to, I would save myself from the car accident. But who knows? I couldn't even save my own self when it comes to relationships. And when I sat there talk to you about relationships, about all, they were not fake, and all of it was used for real purposes. And I could never go back. I wish I could change myself and feel like I could change all of it, but in reality, I can't. I can't seem to. I can't seem to change at all. I say I'll change the future. I say I'll change my future. I know. I know. Can I? Maybe. Your past does not mean your future, and that's true. But with everything that I've done, I don't know anymore. What can you do? What can you fuck up? What can you fix? And even when I am with other people in my personal life, or when I talk to people on Instagram, my Snapchat, or my messages, something's missing from my own personal goals. Something's missing from me. And some people would be right now. Some people my age right now would be going to college. They would be going into marriage. It would be, I don't know, doing what they need to. Maybe having kids at that point. But for me, I don't know. I want kids myself, but I need to find the right person. Even if I couldn't do that, I'll try. And I think that when it comes to it, I can't make any excuses. I just can't make this shit up. And that's the thing. I can't feel like it's a fucked up goal. It's a fucked up thing. And I can't seem to do that. And we're seeing I wanted to make this like an 8-minute video, but this is the person behind the videos. Someone who struggles with my mental health, someone who struggles with his personal goals, someone who struggles and struggles and struggles before I just want to snap. And I do want to snap. Nothing could be so bad. It could be good. What could be so good about being so positive? What could be so good about being negative? There's nothing good about it. There's nothing bad about it. I may not always be the right person. I may not. And like I said this part, I have helped people in the past solve their issues. What I mean is like logos there in a while. Back in middle, I helped two friends get back together. Basically, what happened. I don't want to get too much into the story because this video kind of dragging on. It's like 30 minutes right now, but who knows? Basically, the friends were fighting about something, and I helped them out, and they became friends again. I solved their issues for them. In high school, I helped out most of my friends, one of my classes, because they didn't know how to do a certain topic. In history, one guy that I knew, he was too fucking lazy to do the work, and I helped him out by showing how to do it correctly. In math, I did the same thing. or a teacher was too busy or something, I would get my work done and honestly just help them out. And when I grab my pieces, I grab one of my pieces of paper or something, write out the uh, question, show you how to solve it. And that's how I did my things. And science, I would be hanging out with my friends, talking to them, and we'd be solving the work together. Maybe sometimes we'd just like say, "Fuck it, we're not gonna do all that hard work, and we'll just look for a PDF of the answers ready." And we did that sometimes. And that's the thing. I can help people, but I don't know if I can help myself anymore. Is it too late? I'm gonna find out. So, as you all know, in my videos, I act a little happy, I guess. Depends when you ask. That's because I generally am. Not just because I'm hiding my... You know how a lot of the YouTubers hide their real feelings or something, or they put on an act for I get to show off, but that's not them really. I'm not like them. When I do show genuine happiness, I honestly do. I'm not hiding anything. And honestly, that's the thing. I feel like I need to explain that about me. What makes me happy and what doesn't make me happy. Anything that makes me feel, I guess, happy, I guess. And that's the thing. I don't know what does really. It's kind of an open door. You know how you walk through one door and there's like 3 doors in front of you. You open one, the next door, like 7 in front of you. It's like that. But around me are multiple doors what swings around me. And not just because I'm saying this as like a BS statement or anything. Because of, it's actually true. I don't have any issue with none of my struggles, I guess. I struggle with a lot of shit, but I don't know how to deal with it. That's how I feel about nowadays. And when I think about my actions and of how everything comes out to be, it may not go well. Let's be honest here. Life will bite you on the ass and told you to figure out. It won't be figure out immediately and get it, and it's not like that. Jokes, like I talked about already, but who knows? Everyone has their own sense of humor, I guess. In general, I just wanted to feel like I could talk in the camera more better than a person. So what do I think about this? When it's me on camera, I don't stutter that much. But when I'm in person or anything in general, I stutter like hell. Not just because a lot of shite. It's because I don't know how to communicate very well, if I can put it like that. Communication for me is a little more harder. I cannot explain it, but I can't explain it very well, so sorry about that. Where if a person can explain of why they stutter like they do or act like they do, that's easy, but I know I can't. I'm not perfect at it. And the whole thing of bullshit that people want to say and spout, I don't like that part. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to do about cooking and stuff like that, but there's one component to it. the fact that everything all comes into play behind the camera, behind the screen, it's a fucking war zone, even for me. I deal with external struggles. I deal with internal ones, and I don't do that much when it comes to it. And I have memories of certain things I have that I wish I could be like, it could go away now, but in reality, it can't. Some things are better left behind than bringing up. You know how it's saying, I think it's saying is, if you don't like it, don't bring it up, or some. I don't know the phrase specifically, but I'm trying to think of one in particular. That's how I feel. If I don't like a certain topic or a generalization of something, I will not bring it up. Or a topic that I frankly just can't deal with fully. I really can't go too deep into. I can't go too deep into a lot of the ways that people act towards me, because everyone has their own ways of doing that. My neighbors are just neighbors to me. Sometimes to hang out with them, sometimes to talk to them. Friends are with themselves. Everything that I do has a consequence. Everything that you do has a consequence. And I think that's the whole point of this whole video, is of would it come back to haunt you, or would it come back to bite you? For me, it threw the window. You could throw yourself out there. And I guess it depends on who you ask. And I think that's the whole point of this. It's not hiding, making excuses about my mistakes. I'm not going to do that. And if people from my past want to make a video exposing me, please do. And if you have any evidence or anything about that, use it. And if it's generally how you feel about me, if I hurt you or said something that I shouldn't have, that's how it is. It's my fault that I said those things and how I did those things to you. Then all I can say is, I'm sorry. Nothing you can say. Nothing you could make excuses for. I know I can't make any excuses. This whole video is not an excuse of dodging criticisms or anything. It is me kind of want to be like, kind of me just like sitting here talking to everyone and having a better way to feel like that if I could talk to you and you could talk to me as someone who has been hurt before or has been in toxic relationships, God knows I've been in one before, then you know that a lot of these things are not BS. Not a lot of these things are totally different. And honestly, excuses can't be excuses. But to me, I can't make any. It's not because of everything that happens to me. Well, it took a bite me in the ass if I fucking lie. I guess when it comes to it, they come back. So the whole purpose of this is kind of like this. Showing off who I really am. And that's really it. Showing who I really am, what I am like outside of YouTube. Headphones and going to the hanging out at places, maybe being maybe hanging out at a nail salon with my mom and shaking her nails while I have my headphones in, playing my games, listening to music, watch YouTube. Kind of like every normal teenager at that point. I'm not. I'm the same like every teenager, but I can't make any excuses. I can't lie about this stuff. Why would I lie? I wouldn't do that to anyone. And if people feel like I'm lying, then please understand. I'm not lying. It's more or less true. I'm not gonna be bullshitting you. I'm not gonna be saying. I'm not gonna gaslight you. I'm not gonna do anything like that. It's just that when it comes to it, I can't do a lot. I don't know, y'all. This how I feel about this stuff. I hope you kind of enjoyed me just sitting here and having a good moment with you. So, I hope you're doing good, okay? So yeah, later.